This is Joseph Reese, Program Manager of our Student Affairs Mentoring Program. Um, Today, we're going to chat about getting involved on campus and through our mentoring programs. I'm going to share my screen. 1 second, and we'll get started. Okay. Can everyone see the screen okay? Thank you, Marcus. Okay. So, student affairs mentoring, setting you up for success here at the university. Within student affairs, we have multiple mentoring programs. Um, and we're going to talk about all of those today and share with you all how to get involved and participate in those programs. So the purpose and why we have our mentoring programs is because mentoring matters. And we are committed to fostering a culture of mentorship that empowers individuals to reach their fullest potential academically and personally. Our programs cater to a variety of students by providing a guide, someone who offers support and reflection during a time of personal growth and transition. Topics that can focus on classroom engagements, campus resources, and community involvement. Uh, our mentors encourage behaviors that support academic success, self-discovery, and personal development. We help students gain skills that provide a foundation for success while building support network and relationships that with fellow students, faculty, and staff. Why do we do what we do? Student affairs mentoring programs has a commitment to provide a comprehensive support to students. Whether it's your first year in college, you're a transfer student, or an individual from diverse backgrounds, mentors provide necessary support for students to thrive in the university setting. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through the different mentoring programs that are departments that offer mentoring through student affairs. And following that, we're going to have a little mentor panel where we're going to have our mentors that are working with our programs kind of answer some questions that may come up during your first year and or as you prepare to come to NAU in the fall. So we have our first generation programs, Office of Inclusion, Office of Indigenous Student Success, PeerJex Mentoring, Transfer and Online Connections, and Veteran and Military Services. All of these programs offer mentoring components, and many of them offer additional support, and we'll go through those as we uncover what they offer. So the first program are first generation programs. This department, to help everyone understand what is a first generation student and what does it mean to be first generations at NAU. We have two pieces here: a student whose parents or guardians have not completed a bachelor's degree. First gen is a trailblazer, a person foregoing new paths for themselves and their families. The mission of first generation programs is to partner with our first gen students in their success at Northern Arizona University and beyond through 5 unique programs and opportunity funding. Some of their target demographics that they're working with, it varies from program to program, but most of them and all of them really target that first gen identifying student. So some of those programs and within first gens is our Blaven Benton scholars, and those students are former foster youth, wards of the court, or unaccompanied homeless youth and Arizona residents. And some of the perks of being involved in that program are you get a $3,000 academic success and life skills funding and some workshops as well. Then we have our First Scholars Program. It's for incoming first-year students, Arizona residents, and you can get up to $2,000 and some peer mentorship. Then we have our TRIO student support services, and some of their students that they work with are first generation identified income eligible students and students with disabilities, and roughly around $600 and financial literacy support as well. Some additional pieces that First Gen offers is peer mentoring for like the general population of first generation students, and then they offer some additional funding if you qualify through their First Gen Proud Opportunity Fund. And many of these or all of these programs you can learn more about them in particular through our website, nau.edu/mentoring, and we'll go over that again at the very end. So the next program is our department is the Office of Inclusion, Multicultural, and LGBTQI Services. They offer a few mentoring programs in the fall. And one of the pieces with IMQ is they welcome students to their inclusive campus community where they support cultural, gender, and sexual diversity through programming, events, and thoughtful community engagement in a safe and supportive environment. Some of their goals are to provide advising and resources to students and foster multicultural awareness among all members of the university community through their services and activities. Their target demographic that they're working with, all students, but especially students with intersecting identities that may make them feel marginalized in the university setting. The Office Inclusion's ID Scholars, key areas of success. In the last fall, they hosted 37 unique programs and events with about 3,600 students in attending these. Their IMQ Center and Community Lounge are meeting spaces for 17 different clubs and organizations. And across the different areas of IMQ, they collaborated with 20 plus departments, programs, and student orgs to provide the support and resources to their students. Some of the unique resources and support offered through IMQ's ID Scholars are one-on-one mentoring with professional staff or an ID scholar, breaking out of the binary closet, IMQ library and board game loan, and then they have computers, printing, and administrative support for their student participants, or even students that just want to come by and get some additional help. So the Office of Inclusion will have the Meaningful Engagement Network next year as well. And their mission was funded to create strategies and services to address the retention and graduation gap between our overall NAU student population and our men of color, a trend that is not unique to NAU, but it's experienced across higher education nationally. The Meaningful Engagement Network, or MEN, is designed to really support our students that identify as men on campus and helping them elevate their graduation and retention rates. Some of the unique resources and support offered through the Meaningful Engagement Network are mentoring, career and personable development. They'll have a men's lounge, bi-weekly barbershop chats, and campus and community engagement and networking opportunities. Then we have the Office of Indigenous Student Success. since 1994, OIS, as we call it here. And one of those things that you'll get to know is NAU likes to use acronyms, and OIS is what the Office of Indigenous Student Success is known by a lot of us here on campus. They provide a variety of student-centered services, programs, which include one-on-one academic, financial, and personal, cultural, and social guidance. Whether it's with one of our Indigi peer mentors or through one of the full-time staff members in the office as well. Their mission is to support Indigenous students, Native Americans, Alaskan Native, Native Hawaiian, and those identify as Indigenous through their transition by guiding their search for community and indigeneity. Their goals are to develop services, programs, and opportunities that promote academic and personal growth, build and maintain their students' Indigenous identity and communities through respect and appreciation, create and offer cultural activities in partnership with the Native American Cultural Center and other departments. Some of their programs that they offer throughout the year are Indigenous Connections to Success, the Indigi Peer Mentorship Program, the Indigenous Convocation Ceremonies, Stew Fest, and several foundation scholarships. Some of their key areas of success are, like last year, they hosted over 32 events, ranging from sports nights at the rec center, Stew Fest, cultural related holiday themed activities, and with the majority of them coordinated by their peer mentors. In the year previous, in the academic year 22-23, there were over 480 student visits in the Office of Indigenous Student Success, of which 222 of them were in person and 247 were done by phone or text message. And they outreach to over 2,000 Indigenous students throughout all of the NAU campuses. Some of their unique resources and support offered through academics, guidance with degree plans, course enrollment and resources, socials, to create a sense of belonging through their events and peer mentorship, cultural, provide Indigenous knowledge and support, finances, they explain the financial aid options and review their customer accounts and making sure that you understand what you need to know in order to get through the college experience. And then personal, they do a lot of active listening and offer additional layers of support just to really make sure the student participants in that program have the resources they needed to be successful. Then we have PeerJack's mentoring. PeerJack's mission is to support and empower first-year students in their transition to college by building community through cultivating relationships between mentors and mentees, hosting events on and off campus, and promoting positive academic and social habits to support students through graduation and beyond. The goals of PeerJack's is to make connections and build community and smoothly transition through the university through mentoring, participating in their social and academic activities, and cultivating a sense of home. Their PeerJack's goals are to have students accomplish the following: is creating that sense of belonging, have an understanding and knowledge and awareness of campus resources and the university processes, develop a goal, values and goal identification and alignment, and then engage in purposeful academic monitoring, educational activities, meaning they're participating in academic resources that will help them get the grades they want and to be successful on campus. Their target demographic that they're working with was any first-year students that wants to participate can participate in our PeerJax program. Some of their areas of success. Our students are more likely to continue on to their second year and eventually graduation. Students who participate in the program have higher GPAs than non-participants. Last semester, they outreached to more than 3,000 first-year students, with more than 1,100 students actively engaging in their program. They held 5,109 one-on-one mentoring meetings during the fall semester and of last year, and those 5,000 plus meetings equated out to about 3,713 hours of mentoring. They've hosted 400 students at their welcome events, and a total of 1,007 students in attendance at all of their fall events last fall. And then we have our transfer and online connections. So there are two programs here that offer support, mentoring support. The first one is their Transfer Jack programs, and these are for students that have transferred to the Flagstaff Mountain campus, and they offer peer mentoring. They have the transfer lounge, lockers, a fridge, microwave, TV, gaming systems, computers, printing, board games, puzzles, a place for really our transfer students to set up a home base and just to provide that opportunity to connect with other transfer students. They've hosted events throughout the year, from a welcome, National Transfer Student Week, s'mores and stories, tailgating, crafts, outdoor games, field trips, board games, and all of them, or most of them, have food provided as well. The Transfer Jacks provides a weekly newsletter, blog, and podcasts. There's a National Honor Society called Tau Sigma for transfer students. They have a Transfer and Online Connection Scholarship, and they participate in weekly tutoring program. And there's their contact information down there. But again, all this can be found at nau.edu/mentoring. And then we have our JAX Online program, which is for new online campus students, including freshmen. So if you're an online student or know someone that is, that we can connect them through our JAX Online program. And they offer peer mentoring, a newsletter. They host online events through like financial literacy, career, community building, wellness, and little hybrid opportunities as well to connect with our transfer mentoring program as well. They also, through them, you can take advantage of our transfer online scholarship, and there's their information, contact information. Lastly, we have our veteran and military services, and they have our VetJax program, which is their mentoring program. The mission of veteran military services is to serve our military connected students and families by focusing on exemplary service, professionalism, and respect. Their target demographics are active duty veterans, National Guard, reserves, and dependents utilizing the VA benefits. So if you know or identify in any of those demographics, we can set you up with a mentor and support through our VetJax in their veteran and military services. Their goals through the veteran and military services are career, outreach, transition, advocacy, persistence, wellness, and integration, really trying to get our students that are military connected to feel like they have a sense of home away from home. They have a lounge here in the University Union Fieldhouse to really provide that space for our military connected students to connect and build that community here on campus. So those are our various mentoring programs that we're offer. So next we're going to invite our peer mentors that are on the webinar as well to introduce themselves. And then we will ask them questions based on some of the stuff that we know that our first year students could benefit from. So let's take it away. Mentors, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
So I'll go first. So I'm Marcus Johnny. My hometown is on the Navajo Reservation. It's a little town called Saley, Arizona. And the mentoring program that I'm a mentor of is the Office of Indigenous Student Success, or VOICE.
Hello, my name is
Sorry.
Naomi. Oh, my name is Naomi, and I'm majoring in biomedical science. And my hometown is Nogales, Sonora, Mexico. And my program is part of the first generation program and it's through student support services.
All right, my name is Caitlin. I'm from Surprise, Arizona. My mentoring group is PureJax Mentoring. And yeah, I'm a biology major.
Hey, I'm Michelle. I'm from Oakland, California, and I'm a criminology major. And I'm with the Office of Inclusion as an ID scholar.
Hi, I'm Gabby Roberts. My major is business administration with an emphasis in management. I'm within the transfer and online connections department. My hometown is actually in Illinois, but I now live in Mesa, Arizona. And that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, mentors. We're going to go ahead and get started with our first question to you all. And why did you want to become a mentor?
I can start off with that question. So in going into my sophomore year, I was a program assistant for the Summer Transition Academic Readiness program under the First Gen department. And there I kind of introduced myself into mentoring, where I would lend some information, some advice to incoming freshmen that identified as First Gen. And from that, I kind of enjoyed that feeling of helping others and just giving them knowledge that I knew from my past experience. And I felt that kind of became really more of a reward for me. So that's why I became a mentor for First Gen, and then I transitioned on over to the Office of Indigenous Student Success.
Thank you, Marcus.
I can go next. When I went into my freshman year, I was feeling very overwhelmed and nervous about everything. And when I met my peer mentor, she helps me through my whole year. And because of that, it kind of made me want to do the same, which is why I became a mentor myself.
Thank you, Michelle.
I can go next. So my friend who I've known since high school was a PureJax mentor, and I always looked up to her as a mentor myself. So when she said that there was a job opening, I said I would love to do what you do, and I applied and I got it.
Thank you, Caitlin.
I can go next. So before my freshman year, I was part of an orientation program that started like the week before classes started, and we had a mentor for our group. And I think he just created like a welcoming environment for everyone. And throughout the week, he made college a little bit less scary than how it feels like. So I think I became a mentor because I wanted to be like that person for someone else and help the incoming freshmen that needed.
I am a transfer student and an online student. So coming in with the TOC Connections program is like, I just wanted to be able to help other people that are in like my same situation. Plus I am an extremely introverted person. So becoming a mentor has also allowed me to come out of my shell a little bit and get better communication skills before I graduate.
Thank you, Gabby. All right, the next question we have is, how do you all balance your academics, social life, extracurriculars, and or your mentoring role in being successful here at NAU? And how would you advise new students to do the same?
I can start again. So, how I balance my work life with my academic life and personal life is through a lot of time management skills. And I'm still learning at this point on how to manage my time efficiently and effectively. But going to the bottom portion of it, it all just goes with motivation. So when I took the mentoring position, I thought of it as an opportunity more than a job. So I enjoy what I do in this position. I enjoy interacting with students, networking with professionals, and the faculty and staff here at NAU. And I just feel like when I manage my time, I kind of balance everything out. So I'm not too stressed on academics. I'm not too stressed on working here at the Office of Indigenous Student Success or with the personal things that I have going on. So, and one thing that I would probably advise incoming students would probably be look into um, time management. How would you say, tools? So for me, I use like a daily planner, weekly planner, hard copy. I also use Google Calendars and to-do lists and prioritizing all my stuff. So that's just basically how I balance everything out.
Thank you, Marcus.
I can go next. As Marcus was saying, I personally got really good advice to really look into time management tools such as planners and everything. So I really balance everything using planners and spreading out homework and all my plans throughout the week using planners and proficiently just what's the word? Properly use everything like efficiently and prioritize everything properly. And that has helped me so much.
Thanks, Michelle.
I would agree with both of them. Time management skills I've tried to use a lot. Prior to my classes starting, I tried to use like a calendar or something and like write down all my deadlines and due dates so I knew what was coming up. Especially at one point, I was working 2 jobs while doing it, so my schedule was chaos. The other thing I've tried to do is set like a maximum time that I'm allowed to like work on school. Because if I work on it too much at one time, I would just like burn out. So instead I've set like certain times throughout the week or one day on the weekend where that's just my day to get everything done for school. That allows me to still have a social life and do any extracurriculars I would want to do.
Thank you, Gabby.
I can go next. So I think what everyone is saying and that we all agree on is having time management skills, which is really important. And I used to be really bad at it until I started working as a peer mentor. So I think what really helped me is having like that sense of responsibility and things that I had to do that I needed to turn in. So what I did was just like keep everything in an agenda. So I think just having like more stuff to help me organize myself more because I could like fill in those gaps of my time instead of procrastinating.
Thank you. Okay, next question is, how do you build meaningful relationships with others on campus? Or how are you involved on campus and why is that important?
I can do this one. So I always like to stay busy on campus, whether that's hanging out with my friends, going to clubs, or participating in on-campus jobs. I just made it feel like it's like it helps the year go by quicker, but it also helps me just be more happy here, helps me build community up here. Just knowing that I have friends that I can go to clubs with, or I can meet new people and make friends at those clubs. There's also a rock climbing wall here I'd love to go to. That's how I've met a lot of my friends. So just going out and taking part of things that I'm interested in to help meet other friends.
Thank you, Caitlin.
I can go next. Like Caitlin was saying, I found a lot of my friends through clubs of things that I'm just really interested in. I would also go to a lot of the events that NAU holds, like weekly through Sun Entertainment. And through that, I managed to meet a lot of people and make a lot of friends that way and build a really good supportive community.
I like to add to that. So, like Caitlin said, I too like to stay busy on campus. I don't like my time kind of going to waste in a sense. So being involved in clubs is really a good opportunity to network with new people, especially people that have similar interest as you. So right now I'm in like 5 clubs that I'm a part of, and that's how I network with students on campus. But not only with networking with students, I also like to network with professionals and faculty and staff on campus. So whether that be in the Frankie College of Business, going into professor's office hours, meeting new faculty and staff that work in my department, as well as other departments, such as the first gen department. So that's just kind of how I like to build those connections and build that rapport with people at NAU. And it's really a get out of your comfort zone type deal when it comes to that, just because like you're putting yourself out there. But once you put yourself out there, it becomes easier as you go along, and meeting new people just happens. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Marcus.
Something I want to add to how I was in like networking is some classes offer supplemental instruction sessions. So for me, it helped me attending those because I got to meet people that was also part of like the same major that I was, or like the same career type. And then what really helped me networking with professors was attending their recitation classes because it's like a more close class. So you can like talk to a professor directly.
To add on to that, so I am an online student. I've taken all of my classes online, which means I have a little bit of a different experience. So with that, most of my classes have Zoom classes that I can, and like sessions that I can attend. And then just reaching out and like bursting the bubble with other students, to get like the conversation going, which has built like many relationships with a bunch of other students as I'm a business student, so we're all in that same career path typically. And we took a lot of the same classes together. And then now, as we're all graduating, we're all still friends. And we're able to keep just a friendship going, even though it just began off of just classes together.
Gabby. Okay. I do see one question in the Q&A section. It says, am I able to become a mentor my freshman year, or is there an appropriate year to sign up? To answer that question is, you could apply to become a mentor your freshman year. Those applications usually come out in January, and you will go through an interview process. And from there, you'll be selected by one of our mentoring programs and then trained and ready to start mentoring your sophomore year. So short answer is no, we don't offer opportunities for freshmen to be mentors, but we offer opportunities for freshmen to apply to be mentors for their second year at the university. Okay. The next question I want to hear some of you answer is, how has participating in mentoring programs influenced your own personal and academic growth?
I can go for this one. So I know that when I started working with PeerJax, I felt very overwhelmed with just trying to like balance everything. But through PeerJax, I was able to learn about a ton of school resources and also being able to talk with other mentors to learn how to better balance my life. So while I was teaching those skills to my students, I was also able to apply them to myself and learn how, like, what tutoring services there are, how to better balance all my extracurriculars, things like that.
Thank you.
I can go next. So, like Naomi said earlier, being a peer mentor kind of gives you more responsibility. So I kind of have that to build off of. So with that responsibility, I kind of increased my time management skills even more. And, I just became more, more responsible in a sense. And in addition, when I worked in first gen, coming into my freshman sophomore year, I was more introverted. I didn't really enjoy kind of getting out of my comfort zone and talking to people that I didn't know fully. So being in those spaces and those programs kind of helped me get out of my shell and learn how to communicate more with new people and make new friends. So a lot of personal growth happens as I was in a mentor position. And as for my academics, going back to responsibility, I kind of thought of it as, oh, hey, I got this much responsibility. Let's get these things done. And now we're here.
I said before, but I am an introvert, and that's part of why I became a mentor. So participating in this mentoring program and working with other mentors has helped me come out of my shell a little bit. And then I was able to work with all of these strangers that I didn't know, which made me be able to like have more conversations and come a little bit out of my shell, which will hopefully help me in the future. And then that has been like influenced on now I can take on more projects and I'm working with all these diverse people and able to see like everything from new perspectives. And that helped me both academically and professionally and personally.
I think for me, it helped me a lot with my communication skills. So English is my second language. So before getting into a job, I was really like non-confident about my speaking. So being exposed to a job that I had to speak to students and like every day, like really every day, it really helped me improve that part of me. So now I'm like more confident.
Thank you, Gabby and Naomi. Last question for you all from me, and then we'll open up to our audience to pose some questions that they'd like to hear responses to. So, what is one piece of advice you wish someone would have given you before you started your college journey in helping you? Like, what's that one piece of advice you wish you got to make sure you had a successful college experience?
I can start with this one. I really wish I got the advice to branch out a lot more and take everything in. Like for example, going into my first year, I kind of started out a bit shy, which is natural as again, the whole experience can be really overwhelming. But by the time I got to my second semester, I was very out there. I was always wanting to do a lot of things, experience a lot of things. And I kind of just wish someone would have given me the advice to do that a lot sooner because once I did start branching out a lot more, I met so many amazing people. I learned so much about NAU, about myself, about campus resources. Um, and yeah, it's just ended up being a really great year overall.
Thank you.
One piece of advice I would have loved to had was get out of your room, whether it's just going somewhere else to study that's other than your desk, avoiding those good old ramen noodles and getting something from like a dining hall or from Einstein, something in that vein. That way you're not cooped up there all the time. Different, like a change of scenery, And that way you also have more chances for social interaction, more chances to make friends.
Thank you.
I can go next. So, one thing that I'm pretty big on is time management. So, one advice I would give to incoming students would probably be you're going to have a lot of time on your hands, and it's really good to kind of get a handle on that time and allocate it, where it needs to be. Because when you have a lot of time, you have time to procrastinate, and we don't want that. So, kind of filling in that time with stuff that's productive, that helps you along the way, whether that be like setting like a study block for a class or like for homework, that's a really good thing. Setting like a sleep schedule, those really helped me throughout my college years, and just getting a good handle on your time, because time is everything, and so it's good enough to manage it.
I can go next. One advice I think is really important is to start networking on your first year of college, because I think it really opens like a lot of doors for future internships, future research opportunities, stuff that is like really important if you want to like pursue a graduate career. So since the first year, everyone should start.
Yeah, I would say what she said as well. Don't forget to network and reach out to students and professors or anybody else you come into contact with. And then also don't be afraid to just have a conversation with your professor if you have any questions in courses or on tests, or if anything that you're doing with those courses.
Okay. So now we want to open it up to anyone in the audience. If you have an additional question you'd like to hear a response from one of our mentors, please put it in the Q&A section, and we will ask our mentors. Give you all just a minute or so to develop any questions that you may have. Let's see. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like we have any additional questions from the audience. So I want to first off say thank you again to our wonderful mentors, Michelle, Marcus, Naomi, Caitlin, Gabby, Michelle. Did I get everyone? Yes. And thank you to our partners over in university admissions and our AVP Hilda Ladner for being present during this time. Truly appreciate the opportunity to share the great programs that we have available within Student Affairs Mentoring. Again, that website's right on the screen, nau.edu/mentoring. It has a list of all of our programs, some of the highlights. On the left-hand side, you will see links that go to individual programs. And then if you have any questions, you could click on my email address on the left or my phone number, and it gets me directly here. So happy to help out where needed. And I just want to again say thank you for being present, and we can't wait to see you in the fall, and go Lumberjacks.